talking to Donald Harrison, son of the Big Chief. He also is a big chief, but he's also the King of Nouveau Swing, which you're going to have to explain to me.
Yeah, well, you know, everything that I do informs itself. I've always, coming from New Orleans and feeling the music and dancing to the music, gave me another idea about music. So whenever I play music, it's because I lived it. So I went out and played a lot of different styles of music. And then one day it came in my head to mix up the dance music with funk music, rock and roll, and R&B, soul, gospel, even classical, into jazz music. So I came up with a style that's being called Nouveau Swing. And since I guess I came up with it, I'm the king of Nouveau Swing. But
You own it now.
Yeah, it mixes the music that we listen to nowadays. You know, rock and roll, funk, swing, all together into one style. I was playing that we have a James Brown bass line, boom, ding, 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 and we put the swing beat like Duke Ellington, ding, 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 and it works. They actually go together.
Wow. Now, the HBO series?
Oh yeah, great writer and producer David Simon is doing something that has never been done before, and from what I understand, and what I've seen, is that he's taking musicians and putting them on screen and giving them lines, and they actually get to play their music. And it's incredible to see so many New Orleans musicians and now even jazz musicians in New York who get a chance for a lot of exposure. And he's also telling the story of what happened to New Orleans after Katrina.
Well, let's talk about New Orleans after Katrina, because you can tell a very dark side, too.
Yeah, you know, the thing about the series Treme that I'm part of on HBO is that it actually tells all sides of it, you know, and some of it wasn't good, so you're going to see that too. But you're also going to see the love and the hope and all the people. You know, I looked around New Orleans and I saw such a great thing happening that people from all over the world and all over the country, especially church groups, were coming down here to help people get back into their homes. And that really warmed my heart.
Well, also rebuilding the musicians' homes.
Yeah, you know, we're rebuilding. Well, I didn't get any help there, but we're rebuilding and we're helping each other. And but the thing is, the great part to me, the greatest part, is the spirit of the individual who came down and helped. I saw them helping families that they didn't know, and they came down here just to do that. And that was from the heart. There was no money that was exchanged. It was just one person to another person, or one church group to a person, a family that needed to get home.
What was interesting to me about post-Katrina was that I've always looked at New Orleans as a small town. I just have, because sort of like you have the feeling. I know it's not true, but you have the feeling that everybody knows everybody.
It is. I mean, you know, well, it is a small town in size because you can be 10 minutes away from going to the swampland and 10 minutes away from coming down. Everything is 10 minutes away. So in terms of that, it's small, and everybody knows each other. And if you're messing up, somebody's going to tell on you, so you got to be careful.
As I said, everybody knows somebody.
There you go.
But what about the music? Has the music changed at all?
No, that's the great thing about New Orleans. It's such a traditional city that the traditions have sustained themselves. Actually, people dressing up as Indians has been historically accounted in newspapers as far back as the 1700s. So, you know, these things are old here. But they do change. The guys modernize, but the key elements of what it is have also sustained themselves over the years. One thing I always say about New Orleans, this is the only city in the world that jazz is actually part of the culture. You know, you go to the Saints, and now they score lots of touchdowns. But they play.
You remember the days when all you had was the band.
Yeah.
Come on. Everybody's wearing the hats. They're wearing the bags.
Yeah,
I remember the bags on their head.
Oh, yeah, I remember and the ain'ts and all that, but now we put an S and we are the Saints. But anyway, you know, when we do score a touchdown, you'll see the owner come out and he'll dance to the second line, which is a traditional jazz tune, and do the traditional jazz dance.
And what is that? What is that tune?
It's called the second line. The second line is the people who follow the parade who didn't actually pay money to be part of it, but they just come out and have a good time. You might have 3,000 people in the second line. So we, instead of calling it jazz, we just call it second line music because everybody comes out and they have a good time for free.
They should have called the football team the New Orleans Jazz.
Yeah, that makes sense to me, but it does tie in because of when the Saints go marching in, so we'll give them that.
And the Saints are hanging in this year, other than that loss to the Green Bay Packers.
Yeah, I wish they could have won, and we're very proud of the Saints, but Drew Brees, he's going to the Hall of Fame. First time I saw him, I knew he was incredible. He's a great quarterback. He's truly a great quarterback, and it's great to see him go out there every week and take charge and do so many great things.
Well, Donald Harrison, the King of Nouveau Swing, and a Saints fan, I understand.
Yeah, season tickets for 10 years.
Well, thanks for joining me, man. I really appreciate that. And, well, of course, lots of thank yous I got to give out today. Of course, John Calabro doing the boards in New York. You hear that music, that means we are out of time. Tom Courtenay doing the boards right here for us at the Ritz-Carlton in New Orleans. Tina Knoll, our producer on set, and of course, Shelley Goncharovsky, our chief producer. Let us not forget Shar Thayan, paging Shar Thayan. She's amazing. Okay, I said it. All right, now I'm in trouble. Anyway, guys, we will see you next week from a distant remote location somewhere in the world. I'll give you a hint. It involves football and where I went to school. Figure it out. We'll see you next week. Bye-bye, everybody.